I was listening to a podcast some weeks ago which featured a discussion between two self-described Buddhist geeks, Vince Horn and Rohan Gunatilaki. They were talking about the issues surrounding the phenomenon of digital mindfulness products. What seemed to concern them most was the disconnect between the capitalism of the marketplace, where these products are developed and compete, and the opposition of the concepts of wisdom and compassion underlying Buddhist practice. They discussed the basic social media axiom that IT designers basically structure products which encourage incrementally increasing use of the application, a design to get you hooked. They refer to this as Attentional Technology. This technology is at the core of all social media. It is the competition for your eyeballs, because your eyeballs and the increasing amount of time you spend staring at something online translates directly into barrels of cash. How does this happen? We can all thank what is known as the hook model, a clever system of variable reward in social media that depends on what is known as FOMO, okay? The fear of missing out on that next shiny object that keeps us scrolling, page refreshing, and update checking in the hope that something novel and amazing will appear. This model of rewarding behavior is extremely effective in achieving its goal, keeping us glued to whatever it is that social media wants us to see. They appeal to the emotions and feelings of our lizard brain, the amygdala, deep below our primate cerebral cortex, to enthrall us and grab our attention before we're even fully aware of what is occurring. Apps for meditation live in the digital world of Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube. These are websites designed to addict us to their use, and mindfulness apps work on many of the same principles. They use automated systems to channel their ballooning content and keep you watching and using this product. Instead of engendering feelings of accomplishment for a job well done, or a reward for having successfully completed an online task so you can go offline with a good feeling, what happens instead is that you are left thirsting for the next experience. There it is, that word, thirsting. Tanha is the Pali translation, the second noble truth, the source of all our suffering. How can a system based on this principle lead us to enlightenment? The short answer, of course, is that it can't. The whole reason for the being of these systems exploits exactly what we on the Buddhist path are trying to overcome. One of the things I learned while listening to this podcast was the existence of a lab at Stanford University which trains aspiring IT social media designers. It is called the Persuasive Technology Laboratory, and it is everything you feared it might be. Here, they study the science of captology, the use of human-computer interaction to change people's attitudes and behaviors. This is accomplished through rigorous use of operant conditioning. Think rats in a laboratory maze or dogs salivating at the ring of the bell. A perfect example of this is Amazon. Okay? How many people are on Amazon.com or have used it? Okay? Going to this website, it may look like you are provided with mere information and a buying service. It is really about persuasion. Buy things now and come back for more. Everything Amazon does contributes to this goal. User registration, tailored information, limited time offers, product reviews, one-click purchasing, confirmation messages, and more. The basic question here is, can you or should you learn mindfulness from an app? My first response to this question is sure, learn it wherever you can. If there are no meditation classes offered closely or at a convenient time, why not? As you think about this question, consider a scenario. Susan lives in a small town in a rural part of the state, and there are no meditation classes within driving distance. So she downloads an app. Headspace, Larker, Pacifica, Shine, Calm, or another one of the many, many titles. She uses the app consistently and is satisfied with this performance. After a year, she reports, I use my app every day for 5 minutes and I enjoy the results. I was just wondering if there was more. The question is now this. Has Susan been shortchanged by this app? Has she really even learned to meditate? John Torres is the co-director of the Digital Psychiatry Program at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center in Boston. He also heads the American Psychiatric Association's working group evaluating mindfulness apps. He states his skepticism. What does it mean to be mindful with a phone? Mindfulness in person is a lot different than mindfulness on your phone, on the subway, during rush hour. Moreover, Torres says, apps are designed to hook users, but don't always have a good plan for how to help users reach a goal. There's also a total lack of randomized control trial research showing the efficacy of these mindfulness products. Now, let me clarify something. When I'm talking about mindfulness meditation, what I am referring to are the classical definitions, samatha and vipassana, the pursuit of calm abiding and insight, which form the basic structure of Buddhist meditation. This is apart from activities like body scanning, meditative practice, metta, loving kindness practice, and other more intensive guided experiences, which tend to have a lot of talking and a lot less silent practice. These may lend themselves more successfully to use via an app. There are also financial considerations here. While many of these apps have a free trial option, most also require a subscription fee to access the entirety of their content. These fees range up to $300 for a lifetime contract. If you are in a financial situation where you can afford both this expense and support of Temple Buddhist Center, great. But there is no comparison, I think, to the rich variety of lived experiences of meditation that you get here in comparison to what you can get on a phone. I think back to my own introduction to meditation quite a few years ago, certainly before the birth of the digital world that we live in today. I had the extreme good fortune to have the teaching experiences of so many great teachers from Spirit Rock and Liberation Park and other places. I didn't realize then how extremely valuable those teachings were and what unique opportunities I was being provided. Considering the option of learning meditation from an app makes me grateful beyond measure for what I was taught in those years. I am reminded of a metaphor I use when I talk about what meditation involves to people who have not done it yet. I compare skills in meditation to learning to play the piano. The first day you sit down at that keyboard, you start with some simple tunes and finger exercises. Think chopsticks. This is where everyone begins. And I think meditation is like that, an acquired skill that develops only with consistent practice and live feedback. I think mindfulness apps can only take you so far, maybe chopsticks level or thereabouts. Advanced practice in both meditation and piano playing, with all the trial and error and feedback that is necessary in order to gain skill, is a matter of weeks, months, and years of application. Only then will you acquire the skills and ability to either play the concerto or tread your own path toward nirvana.